What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another anime review right here at the Otaku Room with me. Yeah, you guessed it, Dom from the Otaku Room, guys. Today we're talking about the latest episode of Re:Zero. This is episode number 50. This one was called Offbeat Steps Under the Moonlight, and this was another really good episode when it just came into world building and kind of giving us kind of a definitive end to this arc, this loop, and this story that they have been setting up all of this season. And at the end of the episode, guys, like, I really felt fulfilled. So during the episode, we got to see Subaru and Beatrice's relationship kind of furthered along. Last episode, we were left off on Beatrice finally just choosing Subaru, and we were set the scene for them kind of beaming over to Amelia's to save Amelia at the graveyard where all the bunnies were basically attacking. So they beamed over there. So this episode directly kind of left off, or it kind of continued where it left off last time. And we got to see kind of the relationship, like I said, between Beatrice and Subaru kind of solidified a little bit more, especially with Beatrice using Subaru's name a little bit more, which kind of, again, for me, solidified the relationship a little bit better. And we were able to see Subaru and Beatrice kind of form. They had their newly formed pack, and we're able to see Subaru kind of use some of her powers, and we're able to see Beatrice's great spirit powers kind of come into fruition when it came into attacking the bunnies. The bunnies, they give me, I keep saying it over and over, but they give me PTSD. They are just, they are the definitive de facto thing, the mob beast that just kind of ruined Subaru's loops and arcs over and over again. And I was so glad in the episode to finally see him overcome that, which really kind of put to me like, yo, this was the winning loop. Like, you know, Subaru this whole time, he's needed a W. You know what I mean? He's needed a W. He's needed a win. And I was finally able to kind of see that, and I really felt fulfilled by it. So Beatrice and Subaru attacked them. They got them all into one area. They were able to get Amelia to help out to kind of trap all of them. And then Beatrice was able to use some very awesome magic, some dimensional magic, to basically get them and warp them into a space similar to her library that she has, to where they'll just be attacking each other kind of forever, which essentially saved the village and saved the land. So that was like the first W that we got in today's episode. And again, I feel like the strings that have been weaving the fabric of this season are finally coming they finally came to fruition. And they kind of like, it's a shirt, it's a hat, it's a beanie, it's a pair of socks now. Like, I felt really good, and this was like the shirt. I felt like this was like the first thing that I was able to wear today after feeling fulfilled about the episode. So they got their W, they got their win. Subaru engaged in a really healthy conversation with Amelia during all of the episodes, you know, during all the season, actually during the whole entire anime. Subaru has just been vomiting his love for Amelia over and over and over again. And this last few episodes, you know, that has finally been reciprocated, and that has been acknowledged by Amelia. And she's finally accepted Subaru's love. But there hasn't been a time to where they have sat down and just kind of talked and chatted about that. And in this episode, they finally were able to have this conversation, but they're not without some comedic elements where in the episode, Amelia said that she was ready to have his baby, and she hoped it doesn't affect what she's trying to do, which I thought was freaking hilarious, because he was confused. He's like, "Yo, I don't know, I don't remember doing this. Like, I don't know what you know, but like," he was like, "They don't come from storks or whatever." And she was like, "Oh, because we kissed," and then it cuts to the information that Puck had put into her head, which I thought that was like one of the most hilarious moments in the anime in a couple episodes. Like, that was legitly funny, because she just had this idea that like, yo, I'm ready to have your baby, even though like they haven't engaged to that far yet. As the episode kind of continued on, we were reintroduced to Roswaal, and him being the Roswaal of old now. And you know, he had his moment with Beatrice over 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥's grave, or where she was resting. And we got to see that, you know, the Roswaal that we've known is now the Roswaal of the old, which I thought that was really cool. And then the anime progressed into everybody letting out their anger towards Roswaal, and them all coming to an agreement that they're going to need Roswaal moving forward, and that he can not necessarily change, but he can atone for his sins. He asked for forgiveness. He was able to show them the oath that he took, which was branded on him as like a curse, so no harm could come to them, going forward, moving forward into the future. So I thought that was really good for everybody to get that, to get it out of their systems, you know what I mean? And for them to be able to move the story forward, because they have to, because Roswaal is going to be extremely needed for the royal selection for Amelia to push that story in that arc forward. And he's just going to be needed, like, as far as his power, because he is one of the most powerful mages or people around in 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 another chance, even though that what we just went through is kind of his fault. People can change. We weren't really given any new info about Rem specifically, so hopefully that's able to get figured out as the next arc begins to happen. Hopefully Rem's able to wake up. I was really looking forward to her waking up during the whole time. But then we were kind of, after all that happened, right, we were then introduced to Subaru finally be knighted, and I was glad to see our boy change clothes, because that man has been wearing the same clothes for God knows how long. He was able to wear some dashing outfit, and he was knighted. He got knighted by Amelia, and I thought that was a powerful scene as well, because not only did he swear his allegiance to her, he swore his allegiance on his parents to her, and she took that some kind of way. And the episode of the anime today alluded to them kind of having a conversation, which hopefully comes to fruition, and it ended with them dancing. So overall, guys, like, I really feel fulfilled. Like, I feel like Subaru, Otto, Garfield, like Ram, Roswaal, Amelia, like they all needed a W. Beatrice needed a W. She needed a win. She needed a 400-year win. Roswaal needed a 400-year win. I feel like Subaru pulled it off. Now, immediately at the end of the reaction video and, everything else, like, as I was reacting to it, I was like, you know what? What's about to go wrong? But I guess we'll see. But overall, I felt really fulfilled by this ending to the arc and to his loop, and he finally got a W. Will he use Return by Death again? Absolutely. There's no way it's all roses and daisies from here. But now I want to know what your guys' thoughts on the episode was. What are your thoughts? What are your theories? What are your speculation? What do you think is going to happen? What's the next arc going to be about? If you know about it already because you've read, don't put that down below. You can put just generalistic stuff. But for those who haven't, like, what are your thoughts? What are your theories? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is going to happen next as we move forward into the anime? Guys, I feel complete today, and I think today was a really good episode. Episode 50 was awesome. And I'm so glad that our boy Subaru got a W. Well, that's been me, guys. This has been the anime review for episode number 50. As always, guys, if you guys want to see another awesome video, make sure you guys click here or here, and we'll catch you on the next anime review. Peace.